So hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought we'd do a little bit of a sit down video after Fear, the first half of the season, and after World Beyond. So we're going to start with the World Beyond because that's freshest in my brain because I saw it yesterday. So this obviously is going to have spoilers. If you haven't seen the episodes yet, why you here, just don't watch the video till you've seen it, I guess. So World Beyond has been a pretty polarizing show. That is pretty safe to say. There's a lot of things that I think worked about this season, and there's some things I thought like not so well, I guess, that I thought didn't work as great. As always, these videos are going to be honest. They're going to be just my opinions. So if you disagree or whatever, let me know, but please be polite about it. Holy Christ, I said, I think it was last week or the week before, that I wasn't feeling Hope, that as a character, I just couldn't gel with her, and I stand by that. Wow, people got pressed in the comments. Listen, I'm not just going to nod and go along with what everyone says. If I have an opinion, I'm going to voice it. I've always been that way on my channel. So, yeah. The cast, I think it's a good cast. It's a strong cast. I said it in a way earlier video. I feel like they're good actors to the point where, as you're watching, you do kind of forget that they're just kid actors. You know what I'm saying? They do a good job. That being said, some are definitely better than others. Like, I really like the kind of core group we've been introduced to. I like Felix a lot. I like Iris, which apparently is again, unpopular opinion. I'm like, okay, hang on, I need to make sure that this is in fact Iris. She's got some cheesy ass lines, right? I always get the two of their names mixed up, Iris and Hope. Ugh, my phone autocorrected Iris to Irish, and I'm like, stop it! Like, I think she's a good character. She's just your kind of typical teen that's like super smart, super into school, into good grades, whatever. She has some pretty bad fucking lines, I do agree. She said some things that has me like, who wrote that line? And why? That's one kind of thing I have had a bit of problem with this season, is the dialogue. Like, I think that the pacing of the season was fine. I think that I've said it before, World Beyond has its own kind of style, and we do get some really, really beautiful shots. Like, I love the visual of Felix and Huck fighting in the house with the fire behind them. I love the visual of them at the tire place with the fire again. Maybe I just have a thing for fire. But we did get some really, really beautiful visuals. We did get the stereotypical World Beyond lens flare. I'm not mad at it, I'm not mad. I like a show that has its own style. But yeah, some of the dialogue and some of the lines were just a little bit too teenage for me. And I think that is where a lot of the disconnect comes from. Like with Hope. I said it in a video before. Look, knowing now what we know about her character, okay, I have warmed up to her a bit. But that happened organically, not because people taught me to like her, She took Huck away from everyone. We saw her use her initiative and use her cunning teen powers to get Huck away from everyone. And it's like, okay. And then like her accepting to go with her, where she's mature enough to go, okay, well, like if I go home, they're just going to keep looking for me. So I might as well go with her, keep everyone else safe. I liked that. I liked that we did get to see that more mature side of her. That being said, earlier on in the season, she was dripping with teenage angst and rage and like no one understands me kind of deal. And when it comes to the shooting of Elton's mom, this is something that everyone got on my ass about. I get that it was traumatic. I understand why she did it. I'm not saying that she's an absolute cunt or whatever. I get why she did it. Like, her mom was just shot. I get it. But at the same time, her telling Elton in the situation they were in, I don't think it was the right thing to do. I stand by that. If your friend is about to leave and you're feeling panicked and you're feeling like, oh no. Her thought process probably was, yes, if I tell him that his mother is dead, he won't want to go off and find her and he'll stay. That he won't have false hope. At the same time, your friend is about to leave and your response is, I killed your mom. Like, it's not a good look. I'm still kind of like, okay, your thought process there was really something. And it's funny because, like, you know what? I probably was like her when I was a teenager. I was full of angst. I hated the world. I still kind of do. So, like, you'd think that I'd be able to relate, but I'm just like, nah, I think I'm just too far removed from that place in my life that, like, I can't relate. I adore Elton. I think he is a fantastic character, and I said it in my reaction, but both my reactions got blocked, so who even knows if you'd have seen my reactions by the time you see this video. Don't get me started on copyright, because I will rip someone's eyeballs out of their head. Elton is this quiet little timid little fucker who, push comes to shove, will act and will go on his own initiative. I do like the growth that we've seen in him, to see him save Percy. I thought he'd leave him, I really did, so like that was nice. Silas, again, kind of like Elton, he's like the underdog. Well, it's kind of a group of misfits and underdogs, which is why I like them, because I like the kid that never really quite fit in, never really quite knew their place, but finds their place with other misfits. I did always love that trope. I did always love that kind of story, which I think is why I do quite like the group. I like the main group that we have going. So I think, is that everyone in the main group? There's no one that I hate, to be honest. Like, there's like characters that I'll question their decisions and I'll be like, what are you doing? That doesn't mean I hate them. I think that's the thing as well. Like, I got a comment from somebody and they were like, oh, if you hate the show, stop watching. And I'm like, honey, if you think I hate the show, you clearly haven't seen other people's reactions. If I didn't like something, I wouldn't bother my arse wasting my time on it. I do think it's a good show. I do think it has potential. I liked the ending. I like how we wrapped up the season. I thought it was a nice kind of neat end. Still open-ended enough to kind of have you on, alright, well, there's going to be a season 2 and we're going to see more stuff explored. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I do know that. It's not for everybody. But I think if you just take it for what it is and you go into it with a relaxed mindset and you just kind of go with the flow, you will enjoy it. There's moments that it's kind of like... But like every show has moments like that, you know? It's funny how quickly your whole perception on a character could change. Like, Huck is someone who I was fine with. I was like, yeah, Huck's fine, whatever. And then in the space of like one episode, I was like, bitch needs to die. We need to take her out with a bit of copper pipe or something. She needs to go. Same kind of goes for Hope. Was kind of on the fence about her, I guess. And then when she took Huck out and was like, yeah, no, I'm not dumb. Like, I know, I figured out your map. I know who you are and what you are. Gained a whole lot of respect for her in that one fucking scene. A lot of people are saying they can't connect with it because it is kind of aimed towards a younger audience. That's understandable. Like I said, obviously it's not going to be for everybody. But it is kind of sad seeing the amount of hate that it's getting online, because it's like, it's still a show that people work on. It's still, you know, a labour of love. It's something that people pour their days into. So just kind of keep that in mind, I guess, if you're going to go in on it or critique it. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions and their own views, and if you want to critique it, like, go off. But just remember, especially as well, because it is quite a young cast and they're all very proud of it. So like, just keep in mind, it's someone's project, I guess. I thought it was going to tie in with the Rick movies, which I guess we kind of got glimpses of, given the fact that we saw the symbol a whole bunch and it is the same kind of group from the Rick movies. But I don't know, I feel like we didn't get enough of a tie-in this season. That's one thing I will say. We didn't get enough of a tie-in with all that kind of stuff. But I'm guessing that, look, we'll have to in season 2, because it's a 2-season show. The after credits scene is something that just didn't really work for me. Like I said in my reactions, I'm not a big fan of after credit scenes unless like it's in a movie. Because if it's in a movie, at least you're in the theatre, or well, you know, pre-2020, you would have been like in the cinema watching it, and it would have been like, ooh, after credits, you know. That's kind of exciting. But like on a show, for me, when the credits roll, that's it, it's done. I've closed it, I've moved on. So like the amount of times I've missed it and had to go back and been like, oh my god, I missed the fucking after credits. It's weird. I said it when we got the promo images way back, that the really colourful promo, it kind of reminded me of Suicide Squad in a really weird way. And like, it still kind of does. It does have this very weird, offbeat, kind of arty feel to it. You'd think it's going to go one way and then it just doesn't. It's a very strange show, and I can honestly say I haven't seen anything quite like it. But I think it's interesting getting to follow a group of kids through something where they really know nothing. And that was a big problem that a lot of people had with the start of the show as well, is that they weren't killing people, or they weren't killing walkers. They're not killing people, they're killing walkers. And I get that in a way, because you're used to Walking Dead, you're used to Fear the Walking Dead, and then you're put into a position with these kids and no one's killing nothing, and it's like, guys, stop running away. Stibbity stab in the fucking head, okay? I get that critique, but at the same time, that was the selling point of the show. The selling point of the show was these group of kids that are so inexperienced, they don't know nothing, and they're let off into the world. They go out and they gotta fend for themselves. And I said it in a reaction as well, I think, or a previous kind of chat video, that like when it comes to Judith, I guess, and RJ, and the younger generation in The Walking Dead, they're being raised as... It's kind of hard to phrase. They're being raised differently. You know, I mean, the kids in The World Beyond, they are more sheltered. They are more close to real life kids, I guess, as you could get. Seeing how inexperienced they are, seeing how frightened they get, but seeing how they all still group together and try and help each other. I wasn't really all that mad at the fact that they couldn't kill walkers, because I'm like, I get it. Like, they've never really been outside the walls alone before. This is brand new to them. But I do like the new feel and how simple everything to us, because as viewers, we know so much more than them. We've had years of watching The Walking Dead. We've had years of watching Fear. We've had years of being suspicious of any outside character. So, like, when you watch these kids and how inexperienced they are, like, you do want to get mad because you're like, oh my god, you fucking idiot. Are you really just going to trust this stranger? Are you really going to run away from that walker? Really? But, like, you gotta remember, they're just fucking kids. One thing that has truly pissed me off this season, I have to say, I don't know why, but the copyright this season has been probably an all-time low. It has been the worst it's ever fucking been. Every time I post a video, before I even make the video public, it's copyrighted and it's blocked, and I'm like, what? And it's the same people every fucking week doing it. Really, really sucks the fun and everything out of everything. Like, I uploaded the videos yesterday, midday, and they both got blocked instantly, which I knew they would, so I filed a dispute, and I'm still sitting here waiting for the dispute to be either denied or accepted, and I'm like, it's just a pain in the ass. I know though, everyone's having that problem, all reactors are having that problem, and as I say in every video, follow me on Twitter. It's not because I'm like, oh my god, follow me, hit that subscribe, or whatever the fuck. If there's a problem with anything on my channel or anything, it's Twitter I update, because it's the fastest way to get information out, I suppose. So follow me over there if you want to keep up with videos and what's going on, and you want to follow my little rage-filled moments. My Instagram and stuff is down below too, as is my Patreon. This week we started reactions for The Punisher. We're continuing on with reactions to like Sabrina and The Mandalorian and stuff, and Riverdale and whatnot, so the link to that's down below too. It feels weird to be finished a whole season of something already though, doesn't it? That putting that double episode there just really fucked me up. Watching fucking episode 9 and then instantly episode 10, and now I'm like, well, what now? Now the long wait till February begins, I suppose. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching all of season 1 of World Beyond with me. Let me know your thoughts as always down below. And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon.